for NAVI. That's why they go Hilda Cho. They're not trying to build for the rest of the team. Instead, they're trying to build for that last pick. If NAVI still go Fanny, that's a tough game. This Hilda Cho is really gonna... Yeah, they had to pivot. They had to pivot there. I think they were planning to go Fanny, but then they saw the Hilda Cho. They were like, okay, you know what? Never mind.
All right, so the last two picks, anticipating the potential Fanny pick. Rotation-wise, they want to concede again.
Especially with one man already loaded, might be a bit too risky. Oh, this Gecko, whoa!
All in. Even the Tsunami Slam on key. And they're able to get on the board. 2 neutral objectives and a kill. But look at Albert. You look for the jump, is able to find the jump on key, but I don't think you want to use the Tsunami Slam there. Few stacked up on Andoryu. Picks up on the Lancer Flare. Andoryu wins at the Red Tree Battle as Luke walks up now. Mystic Gush coming down, but look at the back line. As Key is able to disrupt them. A flicker out of safety as Zaya pops in Zaman Force. That's a Crimson Beacon coming down as Erlan gets peeled off by Few. And it's a straight up win for Navi. Perfect turtle and yet another kill.
Yeah, great composure.
Whoa! Oh, what a kick by Luke into the blazing duet of Erlan. And then the BMI out. That's Cars with a trade back as they are able to shove the bottom lane to take another turret down below. Apro jumping forward, able to find Key. That's a Zaman Force from Zeon, doing a lot of damage, and Key will fall to Zeon. Erlan's for the kills, gets caught by the hammer of Cars, and lift up now as Zeon will have to respect it.
Pull the trigger.
Let's see it. Luke jumping forward, Tsunami Slam coming down. That's going to be the lockdown onto Luke. He's able to go to Shenpu, flickers out to safety as well. The penalty zone lands on Few. Lantern Flare and the Zeon. Zaman Force doing so much damage into the back. He goes! Zeon gets rid of the 2-time world champ. Luke with the way to Dragon, desperately trying to survive. That's Jize with the projectile, landing it on Luke.
Yeah, so what can they do now is just hold on, you know? They will lose the mid-turret though. Oh, that's an engage.
Jumping forward, Luke already targets down, has a way to Dragon, but now will get cooked by Cars. Tsunami Slam on Albert! And a penalty zone as well. Erlan gonna be cooked by Seon! And the gush of Jize takes Albert out! It's just Few and Key. They got horrible wave clear. Navi are still 5-man strong. Few with the Crimson Beacon out of the way from the Shield Unity. Now it's going to be Key, locked down by Navi. They're going to go straight for the base. The Cannon Minion is still very, very healthy. Navi! Can they do it? Few gets the wave cleared just in time. 7 seconds for Erlan. Luke's coming back up as well. Zamin spawn back in the game.
Whoa!
The jump of the way to Dragon, locking Cars down under turret. Cars gonna take a lot of a beating under turret and will fall as well. Few gets the kill on Jize and he continues the chase.
Navi overstays, and EVOS got 2 members off the board. And that was it. They're looking for the mid lane.
Oh.
Man, that light charging does a ton of damage. Whoa!
Again, it's Albert with a Tsunami Slam. Albert able to get away, but a penalty zone locks him down. Few getting the Crimson Beacon in time as Erlan pops in a blazing duet, but the Mystic Gush shows him away with a Zaman Force as well. Zeon is massive. That's a Quella and a jumping forward with the Blade Surge. They're trying to clear the wave, but Zeon is locked into the base. Hold on now! Erlan with the damage. Luke with the shutdown. Now he's in the midst of it all as Erlan is able to get the guns over on Cars. Oh! Projectile to purify out by Few. Luke gets away just barely in time as Andoryu pops in the Shield Unity. Looks for the jump, but the BMI out from Erlan.
Love here from both teams, so expect a big fight here on this Lord. Navi, do they want the Lord or do they want to fight?
Oh my goodness!
Oh!
The burst from Seon! Look at the way to Dragon, but it's only on to Few. That's a Crimson Beacon in the back line as Andoryu's able to land the Shield Unity, pops into play stance as well as Zeon gets rid of Luke's immortality, but Albert secures the neutral objective. They use Erlan as a sacrifice. Now it's Albert trying to run away, but it's against 2 frontliners here. Opera with the healing, Albert with the Queller. That's Key with the immortality buy as he runs away as well. It's a lockdown on Albert, but he's still able to get the Blade Surge as he buys the immortality in time as well. Still the damage, still the Blade Surge, and Key flickers out to safety. 13 seconds for Erlan. Key is down for a few seconds with the immortality, and now he's down for good. No Winter Crown in time. Erlan back in the game in 5 seconds. Albert trying to clear out the wave. The Lord dealt with by Navi. Slowly but surely. Now the Shield Unity, but Albert is still able to clear out in time. Tsunami Slam to lock Albert down, and with the jump as well. Albert's immortality is down. Can he buy the items in time? No, he cannot. It is Andoryu with a kill, and another wave in the bottom lane. Luke's back up. Zeon already Zaman for Mystic Gush from Jize! And the damage from Zeon. It is all over for game number 1. Navi starts the series off.
Boy, oh boy, what an opening game we got here, ladies and gentlemen. Action-packed. Early game, it was a quiet game, but the ending, it was crazy. NAVI strikes first here in this best of 3. And wow, what a way to start. Keep in mind, folks, NAVI cannot drop a game in this match if they want to keep their playoffs hopes alive, and they did deliver here, at least.
Oh.
You mentioned mobility, and the Fanny can be one of them, and
Called it. Miracle.
Called.
Accurate as always.
Paquito cars, let's get it.
What a
brother.
throwback, dude.
Let's
Paquito
get it,
cars.
That's a Paquito.
Oh my goodness, I love it, I love it, I love it.
Succeeded. That's a small win, but Endorio still hits 4. And they want to engage.
Yep, spatial migration of Requiem, a lot of damage. First blood to Apro. He flickers out to safety as they get popping the damage. Tsunami Slam coming down already. Over. Oh, with the spatial migration of the Battle Requiem, they get rid of Luke. And that seems to be the trade. Now the damage over from Albert. Good knock up from Cars. No follow-up. Erlan with a BMI forward and the flicker out from Cars. And that damage is doing a lot. Whoa. Still, it's Albert doing damage. Cars able to bait him out. Even the shield. Apro! Tsunami Slam the bait from Cars. Throwing a ruin to the flicker over. That's finally going to be the trade back for the spatial migration. And the Battle Requiem lands as Endoryu goes over to jump onto View. Will be able to find a kill as Luke is caught all alone against 2. Still doing a lot of damage though as Zeon clears out the mid lane. Denies a trade. Spatial migration from Endoryu. And now he goes on Luke. He secures the kill. GZ will fall to the Mount of Key.
2 members off the board here, respectively, from that last sequence. Key isolated.
Yep. Another spatial migration. The Violet Requiem landed on nobody. Bigatron Trophy Cabinet over there. And Dory with a jump again. Spatial migration. Man, Patrick's getting knocked up. Zeon comes in with a chrono dash and secures the kill now as he goes and dashes in over on Erlan. Another free
New enough tank it, they won't be immediately bursted down. 1v1 here. You can't win in the 1v1s like this. Like,
Cars can just bait you out, and Albert has already used so many of those resources. He needs to go back and not be continue.
Wow.
That's what you do on the Paquito. With the airstrike and a Valor Requiem with the retribution from Endoryu. He's going to fall. Albert's still in the midst of it all. Zeon pops his Demon Force and does a lot of damage, and Albert now walks through. But he cannot shred anyone down. Erlan with a blazing duet. Cars trying to go for the kill. Misses out on the ult now as Albert gets locked down. No energy. GZ with a killing spree.
A big miscalculation there, a big kill they got.
Do it. That's the question. Fanny showed up top. No retribution for another 5 seconds. Erlan gonna get caught by the airstrike now, but he's gonna go for the blazing duet instead. Chrono dash by Zeon! Takes him out and still able to cut away. Zeon doing so much damage, and he survives through it all. NAVI gets the Lord, and they get the fight.
And they still stand with 5 as they advance more. Taking more structures in the mid lane, not waiting for the Lord. Only 2 members defending.
Brother, an airstrike Zeon with yet another kill.
They can end.
It's over, I think. Alba with the retry, Alba with a follow. The cannon minion in the mid lane has been cleared out, and the Lord won't be able to push that fast. NAVI have to hold again.
utilized by NAVI with a 7k gold lead. They can brute force this.
Tsunami Slam, that's why they go for it. Feather airstrike, he's already down. Gonna ruin in the back, and Endoryu and Apro both get locked. And Endoryu walks up a bit too aggressively, and now View's gonna go jump in with the Crimson Beacon, but they cannot punish. Zeon gonna go for the turret. That is the base turret. Second of the game, taken down here with the mid lane, as Albert's still able to clear out the top lane. Far lane, Tsunami Slam. Oh no, they just burst him down without the Tsunami Slam.
What the heck?
That's how squishy the glue is, folks. It's a free neutral objective to NAVI, and Doryu with a retreat. Feather and airstrike has zoned them away from the orange buff. Now it's Apro who still has Tsunami Slam. Able to bait out the Purify, and that's enough. Still in a ruin in the back line, winner crown, placing the whip, but Zeon's still there doing a lot of damage. Erlan is able to buy the Rose Gold Meteor. Luke dealing with everyone in the back line as Cars dishes out damage again. Luke able to escape. Now Cars with a double hit over Key. He misses the slap shot on the pass. GZ walks around, but he's still able to get the mount on him.
Oh.
Cars there as well, doing a lot of damage already. Chasmash falling over there. Zeon is still able to survive. Key gets the kill on GZ, but now it's the rest of the team coming in as Key is able to get another slam. Whoa! The shield's coming out from Cars. Now he walks over to Heaven Fist, but it's Alba for the damage. Now the Tsunami Slam. Alba with the immortality by already as Abra walks up again. He's doing a lot of damage for the healing, but Zeon is able to dash across the place with his Amon Force. Abra got all alone, thrown a ruin from Luke. It's still a kill for Andoryu, and the game is wide open again.
We are 19 minutes in, folks, and we have yet to claim a victor. But all that sequence
Hey, yo.
happened because of Key.
Oh, half HP with just a chrono dash. I think that's game.
Afro?
Oi! Whoa, new combo for the airstrike. Luke throwing a ruin and a flicker lands on him. Key! In the back, he jumps in, he's able to find it, but now he gets knocked up in the spatial migration with Apro. Let's fall Erlan! With a blazing do it and win a crown view! Walks up as well. Car's able to escape, but now it's going to clean up from Albert. Can he deal enough damage? No, he cannot. Seon is clean with those dashes. Erlan, ooh, playing a game. That is, there's no... Oh, Seon going to jump over on Erlan. He's able to escape. No! The Lord knocked him up for a bit. Erlan has the blazing wet. The Zaman Force is going to be down. Erlan's going to be looking for play now as Luke jumps in with throwing a ruin and Cars goes into the back line and is unable to do it. As Pew gets him in a crowd in time. Erlan with the blazing duet! Over on the boys. Now it's Pew with the knock up and the slam down. Look at the base though. The cannon minions are all going to crash into the base of EVOS. Can they defend it in time? Those are big cannon minions doing a lot of damage. Oh! They do it. They clear it out, and now the Evolved Lord is in the hands of the White Tigers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the beginning of day 2.
But if EVOS are able to throw a curveball and stop some of the ultis, might be difficult, man. They need everything they can get their hands on, Navi. They want to play with this.
Evolved Lord Key! Whoa! With the jump in on GZ. That's going to win a crown and actually dismount him over there. Spatial migration, the battle record already used up. Oh, another spatial migration is Erlan. Is able to pop the blazing at the time. He's going to go down now as Alpha jumps to the back line and is able to find a Tsunami Slam over on Erlan as takes him down. Albert runs away. Andoryu there. They're all clumping up. Luke's still doing a lot of damage. He goes in and flickers forward, but he will fall in the end as now it's Pew and Albert trying to run away. Albert, can he get away in time? He goes for the cables. Pew's going to get caught by the feathered airstrike, but he has the Crimson Beacon to escape.
It is all over! It's 5 against 2, a wave in the mid lane. This should be it!
Navi, can they keep their playoff chance alive? Can they get the clean sweep? Albert walks up, gets covered, Tsunami Slam! And Doryu locks him down! Now it's just Pew, who's set with the wave, who's popped in with a crown, and he actually buys the immortality in time as they all go on him, but it will just delay the inevitable. A wave in the mid lane still available. 10 seconds on the glue. Navi will keep their playoff chance alive.
What a series from Navi. No matter the odds, no matter the percentage, Navi will not go down without a fight, and they have swept the White Tigers today.
Navi born to win, and apparently born to take down the Tigers 2-0. Against everyone's expectations right here, they bring out the confident draft, the unique draft, and they made it look like it's meta, man.